spoke to the Commandant. The future hardly looks bright for the non-humans in Flotsam.
That fucker's only waiting for an excuse. One small provocation by Yorvith and he'll attack us.
How do you know?
Heard it by chance. Saw him walking through the port one night, talking to himself, the batty bastard. He mentioned a new order and a world for humans only. He laughed and shouted curses at the prison barge. The scum is up to something. Yorvith must sense it. He's doing everything not to provoke Laredo, but his Scoia'tael might have a different opinion and less restraint.
Laredo wants the Scoia'tael gone for good. He didn't say anything specific, but in his mind's eye, he saw them on the prison barge already.
Yorvith's outsmarted bigger fish than the Commandant.
Laredo's got something going with Sheila, so I'd take him seriously if I were you.
You never know. Maybe the sorceress hunts more than monsters.
So long, Roach. I wouldn't mind a shot. Celebrating something?
A great victory.
Interesting.
We did away with Veopatis, or whatever the hell they call him.
13 hacked off his head and nailed it to his arse.
You behaved like swine.
What? We're not allowed a bit of fun? It was only a wooden puppet.
Come on, let's play our game.
Right, toothpicks.
Knife throwing. Care to try me?
Gladly.
Vess against the Witcher. Place your bets, gentlemen. 10 to 1 on Vess. Witcher, all on the wall. Vess, fish head. Witcher, cured ham. Vess, barrel. Witcher, map on the wall. Geralt wins.
There they are! Those are the shitheads who desecrated Veopatis' statue!
Pitchforks! Watch what you say, Bumpkin.
What's going on?
Nothing. We had a little competition.
They threw knives at a statue of Veopatis! It's blasphemy! Our gods desecrated by soldiers!
They're no ordinary soldiers, but blue stripes. Know what that means?
Blue or green, it's all the same to me. They're horsens, all of them!
What did you say?
I just...
You said what you thought. Good, that's the way. Beer for this brave man. And drink to my health. Here's to the whore's son, Vernon Roach.
Vernon.
You've got shitty glassware in Flotsam. Not fit for a hero, but I've got an idea. Drink the Horson's beer from the floor.
Geralt, do something.
I'll try. Vernon. Leave him alone. It's not worth it.
You don't know shit. Consider this your lucky day, mongrels, and get out of here. I have to take a walk.
You're too hard on Roach.
I don't like sadists.
Vernon was a half-orphan.
What does that have to do with it?
He was raised in poverty. His mother turned to whoring to keep them from starving. The other children called him a whore's son. Hasn't been able to handle that insult since. Come on, let's have a drink.
All right.
Remember when we had to wait in the cave for reinforcements?
How could I forget? We ate Pete, we were so starved.
Ah, those were the days.
Here's to Pete, tart and nutritious. Hey!
What do you say to a little competition? A keg of beer to whoever beats Geralt at arm wrestling.
And if Geralt wins?
I'll give you my sword. A true antique. But it sacks off many a head. You don't make them like this anymore.
All right.
Me throat's a little dry. Pour us a drink, someone. Remember when I bet a lieutenant I could plough 4 elven halls at once?
He said we'd sooner cross the sea on the arses of 4 whores strapped together to make a raft.
I'd have managed it.
Sure. If only there were that many elf women at the brothel. Let's begin. We'll see if 13 can beat the Witcher. "13 proves too weak for the Witcher. Keep practicing there, mate."
Plough off, the lot of you. Somebody pour me a drink. Remember when I rode my horse into a tree?
Can't say I do.
Have a shot. It'll refresh your memory.
Gentlemen, now it's Fen against the Witcher. Geralt, The prize is yours.
May it serve you well.
Gentlemen, to our health. Just like after the Battle of GOG.
Aye, that was a right piss-up. We puked all over the battlefield.
To paradise on whores' arses.
Got drunk as newts, you did. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Anything like what?
Such a sight.
Meaning?
Better you don't remember.
But I want to know.
I tell you for a few odd ends.
There. Now talk.
Talk to the madame. She knows the details.
Greetings.
What can I get you, fine lad?
They say you know what happened here yesterday.
I do. But you'd be better off not asking, darling.
Talk.
Nothing's for free. Especially in a brothel.
All right. Talk.
5 of you came in. Or crawled in, I should say.
I was crawling.
Indeed. One of the blue ones ordered 5 girls. I gave you the best because you showed me good coin.
What happened next?
This is the interesting bit, because instead of ploughing them like the normal soldiery, you mounted them and told them to give you a ride to the port.
Can't be.
Ask the lass in the uniform then.
Vess was here too?
Sure was. She tried to stop you, but you were too much for her.
What do you think of the Commandant?
Mr. Laredo is a great man. A great man. He looks after us, helping, like. Taxes are just as they should be. We're all pleased he governs the trading post and we're all perfectly happy here.
What are you talking about, woman? Feeling all right? The town's a dump. Laredo's robbing you, and his men intimidate everyone.
That's foolishness, Master Witcher. Shouldn't say that. Shouldn't badmouth the Commandant. He's a holy man. Period.
You fear him that much?
Don't you provoke me. Beat it!
I talked to the madam. Is what she says true?
I tried to talk you out of it, but you insisted you'd cross the river on the whore's arses. You tried for several hours, but it just wasn't going to be.
What happened next?
You said you wanted to be one of the blue stripes and had to get yourself a tattoo.
What tattoo?
One like ours. And you got it.
Shit. Where are my things?
You left them all over the place. I gathered them in that trunk by the window.
Thanks, Vess. How did you end up in the blue stripes?
Why do you ask?
You don't end up in a unit fighting non-humans by accident. You must have an interesting story to tell.
Why should I tell it to you, of all people?
Do I see a sensitive little girl hiding behind a mask of indifference?
I wouldn't be here if you were right. I was raised in a small village where people cared about 2 things only. If the drought was going to destroy their crops, and if the scoia'tael would appear in the local woods. One day, a large scoia'tael unit appeared. They burned the village to the ground and slaughtered all the inhabitants. I alone survived because their commander, the bastard, fancied me. They dragged me around with them for months. I knew they'd kill me once they tired of me. And then Vernon turned up.
Did he draft you into service?
He taught me everything I know. In time, I realised my place was with the Blue Stripes. I'm a soldier because I do it well.
Ever dreamed of a different life?
Finch, our marksman, once tried farming, but he just didn't have the hands for it.
Bet he'd get me right between the eyes from 80 paces off.
100. I've tried cooking, darning, smiling like a doll, serving beer in a tavern. None of my thing.
Nice area, isn't it?
I prefer these little towns, forgotten by gods and people alike, to palaces and castles. It's survival of the fittest here. At least you know what to expect. So yes, I like it here.
Is your hatred towards the scoia'tael some sort of revenge?
You don't know me, Geralt. Human or non-human, it makes no difference to me. We were chosen to fight the scoia'tael, and that's the mission we pursue. To me, the scoia'tael are but bandits hiding out in the woods. If there were humans among them, I'd kill them in a flash just the same.
The man we're looking for is much more dangerous than any scoia'tael.
Must be, if he managed to outwit Geralt of Rivia.
It wasn't the first time someone tried to kill Foltest. I killed an assassin before. That means there could be more assassins out there.
If anyone screws up, it won't be me, I assure you.
Witcher, I've been awaiting you.
We need to kill a monster that sinks boats.
Afraid?
No, but I suspect we'll need to draw it onto the shore.
Leave that to me.
I can't wait. I bet it's something spectacular.
Believe it. You'll do the honors.
The honors?
Once on the riverbank, you'll kill him, her, whatever it is.
I never expected to see you at Loritos.
Whereas I was sure you would show up there. The Commandant is terribly jealous about his small trading post. Anyone of import is summoned to hear him out sooner rather than later.
What did he want from you?
That is my concern, certainly none of yours. We're not a tandem, Geralt. We'll kill the Kayran together, but that is all.
Did you find out where the Kayran came from?
I didn't even try.
So I take it you know it was created by a mage.
I guessed as much. And what of it? Do you wish me to feel guilty, apologize for some madman? I don't intend to. How did you know it was a mage?
I didn't. Just guessed. What's that? It looks impressive.
A megascope.
What does it do?
Many complicated magical operations. It allows me to communicate with other sorceresses, for instance.
If we're going to work together, we should get to know each other.
Is that so? Very well. Ask what you will.
Do you always take on Witcher's work?
Occasionally. If it pays exceptionally well. You don't like the competition?
I like your kind of competition.
Let's hope it works out for us both. I haven't travelled this far to have the Kayran slip through my fingers now.
Traveling alone, that can't be pleasant.
I've never needed protection. I have ways of dealing with unpleasant surprises.
What about pleasant surprises?
Is that how you think of yourself, Witcher?
There's only one way to find out.
Kill the Kayran, Witcher. That's what's important now.
I'll be ready soon.
I certainly hope so.
Here comes the Witcher. Think he'll agree?
No, I don't know. Should we just walk up and ask him like that?
Take a good look at him. He'd be ideal.
Ha! Greetings. A word, if you will.
You see, we've created an alchemical substance and we wish to test it in Vizima, in a laboratory.
Seeing as you're a witcher, we wondered if you'd be willing to test it in practice.
In a year or two, given the occasion, you could visit us in Vizima. We'd examine you and reward you generously.
We need to study its long-term effects. We can't say more.
Are you in?
Why not?
Splendid!
Excellent.
Now, if you could also keep a journal of the experiment.
Don't overdo it.
Greetings. What brings you here, White Wolf? Make yourself at home, please.
Do we know each other?
I've heard, or rather read much about you, in the letters of the Rivian diaspora.
Well, nice to meet you.
Einar Gausel. Fundamentally a trader in old curios, although I also concern myself with the non-human community.
The non-humans in Flotsam are organized?
We aren't, but we aid each other as best we can. I mainly collect taxes and announce the Commandant's dispositions.
That'd make you a prime target for Yorvith.
You're correct on that account. He's warned me many times, and I've explained the need for my function to him just as many. Both in vain. It seems we've agreed to disagree. Well, the sword is his calling, the pen is mine. Hence, no meeting of the minds. It wasn't always this hard. Turned sour when several elven lassies disappeared. We lost our trust in the humans, and the Scoia'tael ceased trust in us.
Did they turn up, the women?
No, I believe Neckers killed them. I remember Morrill of the White Hands. She and her lover made a beautiful pair.
Books in Flotsam? I wouldn't have thought it a profitable enterprise.
Hey, many foreigners come through here. Sometimes they buy books, sometimes they have tomes to sell. Yesterday, for example, Lady Sheila de Tanseville purchased items for a sum equal to my yearly dealings.
Did she buy anything interesting?
De Vermis Mysteries, the Exeter Treatise, complete and unabridged, plus a very expensive volume I'd rather not mention. I should add, as generosity must be praised, that she made a donation to the community, specifically to the Fund for Widows and Orphans.
I want to play dice.
All right, shall we? I'm lost.
Hand over the coin.
Here, but I'll not play you anymore.
So, who is up for a game around here?
Sandler's the best.
We'll see.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
Never mind. I'll find out for myself.
How?
We're going hunting together, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Morrill would delight in a day like this, Saharim. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try. I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let others' shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafail.
Vafail.
Listen, you know how to remove a tattoo?
I thought you looked different. Couldn't put my finger on it, though.
Think it looks all right?
What's it of? A naked lady brandishing a sword? Geralt.
All right, you can stop now.
Hey, I didn't give you that tattoo. There's this mixture that cleanses the tissue just beneath your skin. To make it, I'll need green mold, white myrtle petals, and wolf's aloe.
Well, I'm off to hunt down some herbs. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention this to Dandelion. And you can stop laughing.
No, I can't.
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Morrill simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshay's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobindon, that's all.
I'm aiming a little higher than neckers.
The old man? Meaning the Karen? Finally, Laredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs. You witchers know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared necker, it should be child's play for you.
I aim to kill the Karen. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
You'll find me by the boat wreck.
Sheesh, Triss. Sure you're not overusing those teleports? I need to make a few orans. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying.
Some help, finally. I thought I was done for.
What's wrong?
I'm fine, but my friend remains in that damned hospital.
Cedric told me that 2 people went missing near the burnt mansion.
I'm Rupert Brandhuber. I'm a medic from Edda, and I came here with a friend to look for a very rare species of herbs.
These woods aren't the best place for herb picking.
So we were warned, but the temptation was too great. We got as far as the site of the fire. No sign of herbs, but there was something downstairs. Something. What's that? Can you hear it? That's Grindley's dog. Feel that? Something approaches. Help us!
They should not have done it. Other than those here they were. Oh, the greed! They needn't have done it. Those here were innocents. And they deserve to suffer.
I'm in pain. Lee, leave me be! Away with you!
Control yourself.
It's not my fault. It wasn't me, not me.
What's not your fault?
Fire. Fire everywhere. It wasn't meant to happen. I didn't want that, I swear.
Won't get much out of you until I calm you down. Maybe the fire didn't consume everything. Maybe I can find some medicine. A sedative.
What's going on? Where am I?
Easy. Rupert asked me to find you.
Rupert lives.
Listen, you and your friend. I don't get it yet, but you aren't telling the truth. That's painfully apparent. This place seems to have a very dark past, one you had a hand in. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Great. So now you can tell me the story and don't skip a thing.
Story?
There's always a story, Gridley. Spit it out.
We're former soldiers, fought for Eden during one of the wars with Nilfgaard, times long past. I was Rupert's adjutant in the field hospital that our unit set up in this manor house. We didn't at all mind who lived here. In fact, the inmates were friendly. At the outset, that is. One day our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian. He was desperate to win his freedom and claimed he was part of a detachment that had concealed the booty looted in Edir. We couldn't believe our fortune. Thought the gods had smiled upon us. We'd heard incredible tales of this treasure, questioned any black one we'd captured. It seemed all our efforts would finally be rewarded. We decided to make him talk.
By torturing him?
Our commander wanted to break him on the wheel, but Rupert said he knew a better way. There's a local herb. If you brew and drink it, you can only tell the truth. The commander interrogated the prisoner, drawing a map in the process, and we celebrated, talked of how we would divide the treasure, and took ever greater liberties with the patients. The priest looking after them began to protest, and one of our boys split his head open.
Nice, Gridley. Keep talking and I just might let you go alive and intact. What happened next?
Once the prisoner revealed where the treasure was hidden, the commander had him quartered in front of the lunatics. They'd shown signs of madness before, but when they smelled blood, well, we could not control them. Many we simply had to cut down. I don't even know how the fire broke out.
Any of the patients survive?
A young woman we managed to pull from the burning building. She was nice, quiet and willing. 2 nights later she slit our commander's throat, and that was all we saw of her, and of the map, of course. The war was ongoing, and shifting fronts forced us to abandon our search for her soon after.
And here you are, back after many years. Really think you can still find her around here?
Life's not treated me well since then, and Rupert's had it even worse. This is our chance to reverse our fortunes. Fate smiled upon us once. Perhaps by some strange chance it still holds us in favor.
I wouldn't count on that. I think we're dealing with one heavy curse here. And it looks like we need to start by finding that Nilfgaardian's corpse.
A wolf leading wolves.
What do you want, Spectre? Their deaths?
2 of 20 return, but none remain. Yet one shall judge them. If he is merciful, he will feed them to the dead. If he is cruel, he will grant them what they came for.
A prophecy. I should have expected as much.
Bring me their hearts, so I may feast on their cowardice. Bring me their eyes, so I may spit in them before they are forever extinguished.
Is that your offer? Fine. I'll lift this curse one way or another.
And?
I met the Nilfgaardian's ghost. Let's find your comrade.
Gridley, you live. What happened down there?
I found the ghost of the Emperor's soldier.
You're the Witcher. Get rid of it.
The ghost wants revenge. It brought you here to the scene of the crime. It'll lift the curse in return for you.
By the gods, you'll not help him, will you?
The ghost wants your hearts and your eyes.
Gods, you must trick him. Surely you know a way.
I could pull the hearts out of some neckers. Thing is, I'm wondering if it's worth it.
Witcher, I beg you, do what you must. Go see the butcher for some pig's eyes and hearts, anything. You'll not send us to a cruel death.
Pig hearts? I suppose there'd be some poetic justice in that.
Hungry? Have fresh meat from some piglets I slaughtered yesterday. There's also some beef and some venison from the elves. You'll not find better meat for miles.
I need 2 pig hearts and 2 pairs of eyes.
What do you need those for?
For the needy and hungry.
Oh, right. Not my concern. Folks say all kinds of things about witches, but I expect you know that already.
Yeah, and most of what they say is true.
Aye. 2 hearts and 2 pairs of eyes. I needn't know anything more.
You return.
With hearts and eyes. And now you'll swear an oath. Once I give you what I've brought, you'll release your hold on this place.
Not so fast, Richard.
I want a pact. I want you to swear on this curse. Then keep your word, or your lust for revenge will go unsatisfied forever.
I'll trust you. Let shadows withdraw into darkness. Let madness be soothed. Let what has died be buried. Let this place that was cursed be so no more. Now, give me what you've brought. Fool, who knows not that the dead cannot be deceived. You sought to rob me of my revenge. Dog, you shall share the fate of those thieves.
I destroyed the Nilfgaardian soldier's ghost.
Thank you, Witcher.
I've lifted the curse, but the perpetrators must be punished.
What are you going to do?
I'll take you to Laredo. Let him pass judgment.
No. Not him. Just not him. We'll not go anywhere.
Shut up.
Halt! Who you got there?
Murderers. Laredo needs to judge them.
Get out of here. Look at him acting like a constable.
Guests? How nice. Bring him to me. We shall talk about the good old days.
You'll betray no one else, Elvin.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Commandant Dorito will explain everything.
You've no right!
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kicking us. Roderick says he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor. Scoia'tael arrows. This is pretty clear.
Find anything in there?
2 soldiers.
What happened to them?
They're dead. Half-eaten, too.
You sure?
Their bodies are shredded like mincemeat.
Any idea what happened?
Seems something lured your patrol to the cave. Unfortunately, the soldiers weren't prepared for what they found and paid for that. Just like you can pay me now.
Sure. You've earned it.
You saved me, Witcher. Humans don't usually side with elves.
I'm not your ordinary human.
That's true. Any chance I could learn just how unusual you are?
What do you have in mind?
You'll see. You'll find me in the forest by the waterfall. Just remember, I won't wait forever.
The forest is dangerous. You can't go alone.
We elves have our paths. Don't worry about me. I'm glad you came.
Me too.
But you see, there is one problem.
Let me hear it.
I really did lure those 2 guards into a trap.
I know. I found the arrows.
Exactly. You know too much. And only corpses keep their secrets. Mercy!
Away with you. Don't let me see you again.
Thanks. You won't.
What do you want?
I heard you're the local arm wrestling champ.
You bet I am.
I'd like to change that.
Many tried and walked away with shit in their britches. You want to go?
You bet I do.
All right, come with me. Let's do it now. I'll be tied up later.
All right.
Strong as an ox. Here are your orange. Once we had a company of Adam Pangrat's mercenaries here. I'm the strongest here, so I took on a due. But that lad's got superhuman strength. He beat me like a child. If you ever see him, tell him Bart Bargy drinks to his health.
All right.
Welcome, White One.
My medallion vibrates when you're nearby, and it only vibrates near magic or danger.
Maybe it's warning you not to make a pass at me, lest I slap you.
You're right. I should watch what I do.
Listen carefully. People may say I'm a witch, but I don't deal in spells. You don't look like someone who'd come for a charm or a curse, So you either seek out sensations or hunt witches. Whichever the case.
I'm not about to denounce you, nor do I want to see you dancing naked in the moonlight before Veopatis' shrine.
How dare you?
I want to buy some herbs.
Herbs?
For personal use. What do you know about protective amulets?
I'm no sorceress, but I know a bit about magic. Why do you ask?
Take a look at this one. I have reason to believe there's something not quite right about it.
I'd say there's magic in it without a doubt.
I'd gladly buy it from you.
Why do you care about the amulet so much?
I collect antiques. They may be useless to others, but I see value in them.
I don't believe you. You want to buy a piece of metal just because it's old?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
I'm a witcher. You don't want to lose a customer like me.
Huh. I suppose you've convinced me.
Let's get down to it then.
This isn't any old talisman. I'm almost certain it's Melitele's heart. It's a very powerful artifact. At least, it used to be.
It isn't anymore?
It was cursed, and the spell distorted its effect. It once protected those who wore it. Now it brings misery upon them.
Why do you want to buy it from me then?
I know a ritual that can restore its original power. Unfortunately, the necessary ingredients are extremely rare.
What do you need?
Essence of death, a troll's tongue, the eyes of an arachus, and an endriga's fetus.
I might be able to get you those. I want to know everything there is to know about this ritual.
Ask away.
Tell me more about Melitele's heart.
They say the talisman was made at the time of the conjunction of spheres. It gave those who wore it supernatural powers. Some didn't like that. The talisman was cursed by a dark force and lost its former power.
Can you conduct the ritual?
You must find all the ingredients first.
All right, I get it. Can you conduct the ritual?
I see you have all the ingredients. If you make up your mind, come to the statue of Veopatis at midnight.
All right, I'll be there.
Here at last.
I don't know many brave enough to venture into this forest, especially at night.
I do not fear the squirrels, and I have my methods for the monsters.
Interesting.
This place is full of mysteries that even witches can't imagine.
You're the main mystery right now. Why do you need me? I don't know the ritual.
You'll find out once I begin performing it. Are you ready?
Let's begin.
Prepare, Witcher. And now, watch this.
You must fight them! I need time to finish the ritual!
Did you manage?
Melitele's heart has regained its former power. I can feel it.
I never thought you could conduct rituals of that sort.
Did you take me for a village witch who puts bread and cobwebs on wounds?
What you did is closer to sorcery.
Sorceresses, with all their learned books and schools of magic. What do they know? Magic, Witcher, is the heart beating fast, or the smell of wet, rotting wood. It upsets the underbelly and makes you weep and cry. It's the sigh that misses a field mouse nest. It's people coupling under the new moon till it hurts. It's blood spilled and sweet milk flowing. That is magic. I've experienced all that and seen everything. I can control it. I wouldn't trade places with any sorceress.
I don't know if I understand you, but I sure admire you.
Take this talisman as a memento of our meeting.
But you really wanted it.
You helped me lift the curse from it and asked nothing in return. Generosity is a rare virtue. Melitele's heart can once again bring luck. I think you will get more out of it than I will.
Thank you.
Come to me if you need anything. Better the devil you know.
Greetings. Mind if I take a look at what you have in stock?
Certainly. You're welcome to. I'm Fioravanti, a merchant. Not to be nosy, but weren't you hired to kill the Kairan? I've had my fill of this place, and I'll be glad when the blockade is finally lifted.
The Rita won't let you traders out until it suits him. Seems he needs you here for some reason.
What's that supposed to mean, damn it? Is he organizing some international trade fair? I'm a subject of King Demavend, and I tell you...
Demavend's dead.
Ah,
Now, if you don't mind, can we get down to business?
Who does King Ziggy behold? Given any thought to my proposal?
I'm ready.
I'll explain on the way.
Spit it out.
troubling me.
Know what Flotsam's famous
Let's hear
for?
it.
Nothing.
What does a bloody
You're wrong
witch
there.
actually...
There are only 2 towns worth visiting in the Pontar Valley. Bondar, famous for having the most beautiful whores in the north, and Flotsam, for having the best fist-fighting scene. Come on!
Who organizes these fights?
Officially, no one. But look hard and you'll be surprised what you can find. It's a vibrant scene with winners and losers of all kinds. I promote fighters, place them in tournaments. Singled you out and venture to say you'll not regret that. Come on! Now, let's go where boys become men and brawlers become champions. The place reeks of blood, but come out standing and you'll sense the sweet smell of orange. Don't recognise King Ziggy?
I know you, but who's the other one? He looks dangerous.
Like all of King Ziggy's fighters.
But that farmhand you brought in last time was carried out all broken in no time.
This one will be different. You'll see. The Commandant himself will bet a fortune on him.
All right. But if I'm to let him in, he has to leave all his weapons here.
Fine.
You're a rich man already.
The weapons will be waiting in the trunk outside the gate.
Laredo.
In the flesh.
Does he condone these fights?
Condone? He sets them up. A lot of coin at stake here. I haven't been too lucky lately, but I believe you'll change that. People will remember King Ziggy. Just don't disappoint me.
You found me. Splendid. I dug through my coffers and happened on something you could find useful. I don't need it, but a monster slayer just might.
Thanks.
Ziggy the Clown returns.
And in grand fashion. I've got a contender who's about to be famous.
The Monster Slayer? How'd you talk him into fighting?
King Ziggy has his ways.
All in all, looks promising.
We're about to make Flotsam famous for its mug fights. They'll sing songs about Ziggy and Geralt. You just win and I'll take care of the rest. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Grand. I'll hear you say my name with reverence yet. Twigs will be your first opponent. So called because Bones snapped with his every punch.
I love these pussies with cocky names.
One more and we'll be rich and famous.
Who is it?
Stanek. In a rumble it takes at least 4 lads to take him down.
I'll do it single-handed.
Don't underestimate him.
Witcher, come here a minute. It's impressive technique.
Thanks.
Last fight's coming up, and everyone's betting on the dead cert. You. Except for me.
What do you want, Laredo?
Stanek has to win, but the true winners will be you and me. A third of the jackpot's yours, and that's not an offer.
50-50 split.
Fine. To show you my heart of gold. Just don't fail.
Sock it to him!
Pay up.
Here's your coin. The guards will take you to the gate. You'll regret this.
I told you we'd win. I've got a real sense for these things.
I think you owe me something.
Why don't we have some fun first? A free round at every inn, not to mention the girls.
You can screw my share.
Psst. White-haired one. I have an offer for you.
Greetings, white-haired one. I could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher,
have your ways?
I'll see what I can do.
Welcome to my modest shop.
What do you deal in?
All kinds of incense, mainly. For meditation, rejuvenation, cooking, making medicine, rituals, whatever you require.
I need one of your incense formulae.
I've got more than 200 here.
I'm interested in the best seller. Someone's offering a handsome price for that formula. They say it's harmful.
Impossible. I haven't had a single complaint. And I'll not give the formula to anyone. How about this? I give you a formula for a similar scent. You get your reward, and I keep my secret.
If I don't get the real formula by the count of 5, you'll be greeting one of the 2 friends I carry on my back. 1, 2...
Wait a minute. Maybe we can come to an agreement.
3.
All right, wait. I'll give it to you. Here. Happy?
Are you a witcher?
I am.
You've got to do something about that filthy business. The crook selling the poison is going unpunished.
I think he's just selling incense.
Incense is only a cover. People get addicted to it, lose their senses. It's like Fistech. You must shut down that shop. Close the shop and the citizens of Flotsam will reward you handsomely.
I'll talk to the trader. They say one of your scents is a strong drug.
A drug here? Never heard such nonsense.
A lady told me it works just like Fistech.
Perhaps everything works like Fistech on that lady.
Maybe Laredo needs to learn about your incense.
I beg you. I'll tell you everything, just don't turn me in. I've traded in incense for years. It was an ordinary scent. How could I know it would have such an effect on people? Anyway, I can't ban them from using it.
Laredo and I will see you tomorrow.
All right then. I'll close the shop. But don't tell anyone. I beg you.
I see you've done it. Thank you on behalf of all Flotsam. Here's your reward.
How did it go? Did you get the formula?
I have it.
Show me.
Here it is.
Grand. I must check its authenticity in the lab before I can give you your coin. I'm a cautious man. Forgive me.
I'm cautious too. Give me back the formula.
All right. We'll go together. I'll wait for you by the gate at the market side. Ready? As I said, I'm cautious. My lab is well hidden, and I want to keep it that way. So I'll have to blindfold you.
You never mentioned a blindfold. I like to know where I'm going.
Forgive me, but secrecy is essential to me. If you can't agree, it's all off.
All right, but no tricks. One false move and you'll never open your secret door again.
I'm not mad enough to mess with you. Grab hold of my arm. My workshop is very near. Almost there. Now, Porky! Sincere apologies again. I know you could slice me up like a juicy side of beef if you wanted to. I had to protect myself. I'll ask you to be patient while my men check the formula. You've no idea how hard it is to find qualified specialists these days. In Bleinheim's day, I worked with only the best alchemists.
Bleinheim? I'm under the impression I know the name. Somebody from Flotsam?
No, Vizima, long ago. I need a moment. The results are ready. Grand legal Fistech. Oh, this will be a big, fat vein of gold.
The truth will out. Besides, I have a low tolerance for lying.
Forgive me. I was not sure if I could trust you. Here's your reward. You fully deserve it. My men will see you off. Please let them cover your eyes again. I hope to do more business with you sometime.
I'd probably agree if I didn't remember that Bleinheim was one of Salamandra's commanders.
In that case, You'll need to stay here.
Hey, boss, look who's graced our smithy. That titan of the art of smithing can't hear us. Busy, work's a blur in his hands. And how are you, Witcher? Things working out for you?
Nice workshop.
Bah, it's no workshop, just a simple forge. But thanks for the compliment, both in my name and the master's. So how can we help you, eh?
Excellent work.
In it. The finest hides and the tannins on half by either. A straggler here, a lobber there, sometimes a hapless calf. I've even got otter fur for you.
You hunt?
Oh, we must not hunt in the royal forest. Even children know that. Besides, it's too dangerous to go among the trees now, what with all those monsters.
They must be finding more food in the area.
A war's brewing, methinks.
Not necessarily. The Scoia'tael attack merchants and ambush patrols. Ideal conditions for necrophages.
We ought to wait for better times and be satisfied with the little things, like the good book teaches us.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now? You're good. Here's your coin.
I heard you deal in traps.
Indeed, though that's not all I deal in.
I don't want coin, I want something else.
Suit yourself. Choose.
I could use a design for a nitroglycerin trap.
A what?
You know, the kind that pretty much vaporizes anything that steps in it.
Ah, the puff banger. The design's yours.
What do you do?
I'm the Royal Castellan. I look after Flotsam's provisions, fortifications, and so forth.
So if I exterminate a monster, I need to see you about the reward?
Indeed. You could start by filling in Form H12 and taking it to...
I don't need to. I've got immunity.
Ah. Well, you'll find the notice board out in front of the inn. And good hunting to you.
Any idea why Laredo put a price on the troll's head?
Commandant Laredo has Flotsam's welfare in mind.
Mm-hmm. But the troll tends to the bridge, keeps it in repair.
Not likely. To start with, that's a dangerous beast. In addition, he pays no taxes on the tolls he collects.
Thank you, Master. Drives me mad. This cursed wood is full of scum, and that horseman has lost his mind.
Who might that be?
The troll! For years he's been collecting tolls at the bridge, for which he's to keep the bridge tidy and drive away the scum.
What's the problem then?
Merchants from the port sent me to find out the what and why, seeing as this is the only path out to the port inland. But I found the bridge in ruins, and that cheeky cocksucker asked for liquor to let me pass. Across that pile of rubble, I says, and he smacks me so hard I see stars.
Laredo's put a price on his head.
If Laredo had his way, he'd cut us off from the world, that son of a bitch. We need a bridge, but a working one. And we need a troll, but a sober one. If you're looking to make some coin, hold off on killing the troll and see the village chief instead. He'll tell you all you need to know.
I heard you don't want to get rid of the troll.
Who'll maintain the bridge when he's gone?
Hire some people.
Know the cost of a craftsman these days? That idiot troll looks after the bridge for petty tolls, more or less.
The bridge is in ruins and the troll's robbing people.
Aye, it's because he's hit the bottle. If you could help him stop boozing...
I'm a witcher, not a nanny.
I'll pay you well.
How much?
100 orens.
200.
You're costly, but what the hell? Let him see I place the village's welfare above all else.
No.
No what?
No passage. Give vodka, you passage.
Why should I pay you?
My bridge?
This is a pile of rubble, not a bridge. You're getting nothing from me.
Ah, from me? You get in mug. Enough! Don't hit! I be good.
You're drunk.
Vodka good. Head hurt, aye. But no pain in brain.
Brain pain always comes with a reason.
They kill my woman. She good. She cooked meat.
Who killed her?
Dunno. Me sit on bridge. Go home. No meat smell. Woman dead. Had no head. Guts to drink. In can't go people that kill. But guts to drink.
If I find your woman's murderers, will you put aside the booze?
You no find none.
We'll see. I've got friends here. I'll talk to them. Can I ask you something, Zoltan?
Sit down, Geralt, you old goat. Drinking alone is as bad as shitting in company.
Another time, maybe. You've been here a while and probably know the local customs.
I'm no researcher, but go on, ask away.
Who would need a troll's head?
Same folks who need a bear's head to hang on the wall, show how plucky they are. A peasant with a troll's head on his wall can raise many scalps.
Thanks.
Where are you off to?
Sightseeing. Round the houses of Lobenden. Where do you get that head?
I bought it. Cost me a fortune, but it was worth it. No one else in Lobinden's got a troll's head.
Who'd you buy it from?
Dmitri. Who else would dare trap a troll in its very own den?
Where can I find this Dmitri?
That I don't know, but you'll find his mates carousing at the inn in the evening.
I'd like to buy that head from you.
No way! The head's mine, you smelly swine.
I'll give you a good price, unless you'd prefer to trade.
We could roll some dice for it, provided you make it worth my while.
Thanks. That was helpful.
You're good. Here's your coin.
I want the she-troll's head. You work for Dmitri?
Who's asking? 'Cause you see, friend, I'm starting to find this a mite confusing. You here at the bidding of that old rag, the Fistech boys or Laredo, and be straight with me.
I heard you hunted down a troll.
None of your ploughing business.
Look, people!
I'll tell you everything.
I'm all ears.
Dimitri's at the cemetery near Lobenden.
Laredo will know that's no squirrel, but an ordinary elf.
He won't know shit. Ears pointy, check. We'll dress the corpse in green and collect an even 100.
Heard Milena makes more than that. I guess robbing the soldier is better business than robbing elves.
I'll not hear of that whore again, got it? Treacherous rag. She'll get what she deserves, won't be long now.
Couldn't satisfy her, eh? Can't fault the girl for being ambitious. And the stiff on the ground is who?
Some spy from Vizima, soon to be our squirrel's grave mate. Laredo told me to get rid of him, and since we've got this vacancy in the boneyard, thought I might do our friend a small favour.
He don't look like no spy.
They never do once they're dead. Oh, almost forgot. Might pay to search him good and thorough before we plant him in the dirt.
You, Dmitri?
Why the fuck do you want to know?
The troll sends his regards.
Kill him! No witnesses!
Give vodka, dwarf.
You drink too much. Your eyesight's shit.
Why back?
I punished your wife's murderers.
Mine?
You'll find what's left of them at the cemetery.
I find...
Will you fix the bridge?
Trolls true.
Make sure your hands are steady when you do it.
No drink more. Head in peace. Why back?
I found your wife's head.
My woman, I not forget. I give reward.
You owe me 200 orens.
You'll get 100.
Listen, I made deals with you and the troll. He kept his word. You're trying not to.
I haven't the coin.
Sure you don't want to look a little harder?
What if I don't find any?
Then I'll look myself.
This is robbery. Here, I hope you choke on it.